Alright, y'all, welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video. We've got our Raiders Cinderella Challenge here, heading into weight training day 2028. Y'all know this is my favorite part of the off season, kinda, in a way. Nah, I really do love it. Let's take a look at our roster here. This thing is pretty stacked right now. We have a lot of undrafted free agents on here as well, so we're going to have to move some guys around and figure out where they might be a better fit. Corner and safety is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be an interesting one. Okay, hold on. Let's start from the top here. Quarterback. Well, linebacker's going to be interesting too. Our whole defense is going to be interesting to take a look at right now because I think we have some moving pieces potentially. So yeah. Just taking a look at where we are at. Quarterbacks look good. Oh, running backs look fine. Tight ends look okay as well. Do you hear my cat meowing? Tight ends look good. Let's see. Receiver. We are... I think we got a good mix here. The only thing is we have split end, and I know that we may have to move like Amonra or Puka to a flanker spot to allow both of them to get on the field. I think McFadden's also split end, so I'm fine with him being the our like backup X. But we're probably gonna have to change Puka or Amonra. I'm thinking Amonra's a bit speedier. Puka a little bit better route running. I feel like we should have Puka probably in a flanker spot. I think it would make more sense. Above, whatever. Let's move him 68 to a 68. Cool. All right. Okay, so we do have we have a decent amount of centers. Probably gonna end up moving some of those. Guard looks pretty good. Great. Tackle. Looking pretty fine here. Okay. Now we get to the defense. All right, Amari Jackson can't change here. He's down to 269. He might be better served as a left end. I don't know. Have we talked about this in the past? He's closer at least. 68 to a 68. Okay, so that didn't really do much, but moves his weight requirement down a little bit. Tyree Wilson also left end. Milton the right end. And then we get into a little funky situation because we've added some pass rushers, or some not necessarily pass rushers, but D linemen. So we've added a bunch of front seven guys here, so we've got some figuring out to do there. A lot of 3-4 guys as well, so I'm not sure if like some of these 3-4 if any of these guys are going to end up DNs as well, but um, well, yeah, let's just start with the D line. I think so let's start to move some of these like DNs out here. This 4-3 DN. Actually, most of these guys are D tackles here. And then Hallett is a DN, but he's listed at nose tackle, so he should absolutely move to nose tackle here. That's just going to make way more sense. 34, 43 to a 31, 37. Okay. I mean, yeah, his the weight is crazy. 332, 6'4". He's a little tall to be nose tackle. He might not make the roster. Well, he was undrafted. Okay. That's fine. Let's get Alfredo Grijalva over to, and he doesn't really have a whole lot to hang his hat on here, but left end, it's about average. Maybe a bit short. What about at right end? This one looks a little better. He also got a little bit worse from that change. That's okay, though. These are just undrafted free agents. Stuff like that's going to happen. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good. The 3-4 DNs we'll keep at D tackle, obviously. And then as far as weight goes, maybe have Carl drop a little bit. Alfredo can probably stay right there. Wilkins, obviously, we're going to keep him at where he's at. Connor Aguirre. Yeah, these two have to stay where they're at. Colin Satori, great. Octavio. What a name. 366? And he can gain weight still? Oh my Lanta. 6'6", 366. That's wild. Got a couple heavy boys. Bruce Diggory. I love that name so much. Can we get him? What is Aguirre here? He is a right tackle. Can we get Bruce Diggory to right tackle maybe? Would that help just to lower his weight requirement a little bit? Whoa. He'd be much taller. Okay, well, then I don't think we need to do that. Maybe have Kareem Sickler bulk up a little bit. Yeah, because he's a little bit slimmer. 295, a little bit of a tweener, a little bit of 3-4 D end. Okay. And then we get to our linebacker situation, which is absolutely flooded. A lot of 3-4 guys. But most of these guys have some pass defend, what am I saying? Some coverage chops. At least some, right? There's no like DNs within this group, right? Whoa, my game is freezing a little bit. Bear with me. Yeah, it's not like, although middle linebacker, he's undrafted. 242. He's way too light. That's one though that I'm like, oh, you can't defend the pass. What are you like? But you're also 242. Like, it's not a great place to be. But you can be just a slugger middle linebacker, I guess. Okay. So here's a week in Reeds, Arizona. Oops, week outside. Yep. Let's get him there. 43.59, 42.59. Perfect. Hector also. $36.48. Although, can he gain weight? No, he can't. So he's probably best as an off-ball linebacker then, just because of his weight. A little bit shorter for an off-ball linebacker, but that's okay. 36.48, 37.49, perfect. Sorry, but you guys are gonna have to forgive me here. My game's just freezing a little bit. Mark Garfield. He's a 3-4 strong. He's probably best as an outside linebacker. Yeah. 30.43 to a 30.44. Okay. Okay. Most of these guys are probably in the right spot at this point. And now it's just a matter of like, oh well, Eric Allen here too is a 3-4. We'll set him up at weak outs. Where's weak outside? We'll set him up at weak outside as well. Well, what if he was strong outside? No. How? What is this guy? 5'11", 268. Wow. Okay. We'll set him up at weak. That's fine. Where'd he go? 29-31, so he's not in much better shape anyway. A lot of these guys are heavy. We're lacking a true... Jamie might be better as a... Oh, he's already a strong. But they got him better at weak. Interesting. Okay. At offside. At off ball. He's so much heavier though. I don't know that would work. Okay. It's really nobody that I'm looking to change here weight-wise. The only thing is like maybe Derek Barnes is at this point better off at middle. Even though he's not going to play a ton. And get somebody else the opportunity to play. 54 to a 53. Okay, whatever. But we need a little depth at middle anyway. We have enough depth on the outside at this point, and maybe give Zarazoga a chance to play, and we already have 2 starters here anyway that were on Barnes' level, so I feel like it just makes sense to do that. Give a couple of these young guys some opportunities. Otherwise, though, I think weight-wise at linebacker we're pretty good. We have 5 corners. We have a lot of safeties. A lot of safeties. And I love this opportunity to try out some corners. Or to try out some safeties at corner. Because why not? We got a lot of them. And we need a little more corner depth. I wouldn't mind walking away with one more guy that we're like, all right, we could do this at corner. Okay, like Kendrick Walton here, he looks like he could end up a decent corner. A lot of room to grow at man and zone coverage. More of a physical man cover here, so Oliver Ortega as well. is an interesting option. Not really much run defense. Okay. Like Oliver, possibly. Here's another physical man. Sammy Finch, our longtime strong safety. Because we have some pretty decent depth at safety. I think it makes a lot of sense to try Kendrick Waltman there. A pretty good zone corner, but let's see, significantly below to above the average. How about right corner? Let's try it. 22.42 to 25.46. Okay, that seemed to work pretty well. Sammy Finch is the other one that I'm somewhat interested in. Because he really doesn't have much run defense. He's 197. Let's try it. 42 to 43. So that gives us a little bit more corner help there. And now we have a couple developmental guys behind this group of really strong safeties. Awesome. I love this. I love this. I think and weight-wise, we should be good here too. I am going to take this into the season. Now we got to make some cuts. Sawyer's probably an easy one here because this is just an undrafted player. Busquets is probably going to get cut here, so let's just do it now. Labadie was the 6th rounder. He looks like he's okay depth. Clay Skaggs, somebody who we have in a contract year, and I don't think he's happy either. That's probably one that we end up trading if we can. Yeah, he's disgruntled. Jacksonville's interested. We can't give up a 2030. Can't give up that 2030. This is going to be the trade for everybody, isn't it? Ugh, that's so annoying. Okay. Keep moving here. Norman Wingler. That's not a great tackle choice for us, but I mean, I think we just keep it on. Just continue to evaluate, I guess. Zach Hallett is an undrafted guy. The 2nd rounder, Bruce Diggory. This is an undrafted. Definitely got some linebackers to cut. Winford Lincoln really has no room to grow. He was a 5th rounder for us. I think it's time. Kareem Sickler. Here's an undrafted and Richie Mora. Some guys that we were just checking out. Fourth rounder and Eric Allen. This looks like it is going nowhere. I'll probably just cut that. Another fourth rounder and Jamie Fowl. We're going to be tacking on some dead cap, but I think we just got to do it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I want to give a little more time to these inside linebackers just to see what's happening there. Gotta cut 5 more. Jermaine, we could probably let go of. We do have a lot of corners here. Kendrick Waltman, this was one of those safeties we moved over. But I think we're just in better shape with everybody else on the roster here. I do like Kendrick Waltman, but I don't think it's necessary right now. So 32 here in Kareem Sickler. I like it, but it's just not good enough. Undrafted. Carl Hensley is our 4th end I would like to see, but I think it's just he's a 27 right now, and I just, you know, I don't know that we really have the time for that. Look at this center situation a little bit more in depth. We got Banks and Lonnie on here for the rest of the playthrough. I think we could probably let Labadie go. Labadie. Oh, whoops. It's going to be really tough to trade right now because everybody's going to want something from 2030. Shoot. Yeah. Bruce Diggory. Oh man, just an absolute cap eater. I don't want to stack too much. This would be, yeah, we'd be throwing like 800, 900K next year into dead. Like, we just can't do that. It might be Oliver Ortega, assuming we aren't trading Richie Grant right now. I don't think we should. It's either that or we... These guys are all undrafted rookies. It's probably Lamar Labadie. We're getting like a 6th rounder for him anyway. Just tack on 80K, whatever. All right. Very good. Okay. We have to cut a few more. Oh, Clay Skaggs really grew, actually. It might be a good time to see what's out there for Skaggs, because teams are interested. 4th rounder? Yeah, at this point, I will take that. Hines actually kind of leveled out a little bit worse. Let's see, maybe if we have an option for Hines, because we're going to have to re-sign him next year anyway. Buffalo. We give them a fourth, we get a third and a fifth back. Yeah, I'll do that. Keep it all in 2029. Nice. Let's see. Ezra Mock has not really come out very strong, but that's a lot of dead cap to take on right now. Mark, just a 1 weeker, little stinger. We need to cut 5 more players. Yep. Bruce Diggory, oh man. We can't get off that contract. Right now, at least. It's just brutal. All right, some of these linebackers. So Tim, he's an undrafted one that shook out. It wasn't as good as we thought. We got to cut somebody. So I like Scott, but probably not going to be the guy. And then we have... Let's look at our outside linebacker situation here. I like a lot of these players, but Zaragoza kind of leveled out into just a borderline, just like a starter level guy. Garfield's probably one that we toss, even though, yeah, we got to keep the depth, I think. Tansy. Yeah, I guess, what we get Tansy in this, he's a 6th rounder. We won't lose a ton of dead by getting rid of him, so let's just see if we can move him for something. Somebody will do it, yeah. Houston. No. We need to cut 2 more players. I don't like cutting good players. Oliver Ortega we probably don't need. He's a safety. Undrafted one. Corby. I don't want to cut Corby. You know, our secondary is risking getting a little bit too short. Damn, man, I don't want to stack too much dead cap, but like Bruce Diggory might just be... No, because if we cut him next year, then we only take 430 on, and then 430 on a year that we won't be having him. So we got to hold on one more year. Ezra, it's the same. Any of these receivers that were like, oh, Trace, what's he gonna cost to re-sign? Like 5 mil. And he's been really good for us though, hasn't he? 607 touchdowns. He's got a good chemistry with Powell, but Nakua also has a good chemistry. Does Palm? No. He'd be the next guy up probably in the slot. Let's see if Palm could be traded. Oh, whoops. Atlanta. Not interested. No. Might be Javon, honestly. Javon is undrafted. I like him, but 28. He's a 28. All right. I think that's good. All right. Very good, y'all. We'll set the inactives in the next episode, but thanks for watching, y'all. We're going to make 2028 the W season. Let's get it. Peace.